Coach, would you like to say anything or?
Yes, ask questions for FIBA.
Wow, so Lithuania got robbed. Listen to the interview in the post game with the coach.
Ask them. Why are you asking me about such a refereeing? Second game in the row. One game against Australia, we're playing rugby. Second game, we cannot play even with contact. This is fucking joke. This is not basketball. This is not system. For what they have this war system? You don't need to be smart. You need to be honest. Stop the game, go to watch what's happened in the game. These guys, they spending all summer, 2 months without families. They're receiving $0, euros. Biggest respect for them. But somebody don't respect this game. This is fucking dope.
Big Beach!
We're here.
My man, Alan Houston.
It's different this time, but it sounds like you're
G in town.
Look at some more FIBA action today. Here's Frank starting off. France versus Lithuania. Frank gets the assist pretty early. Evan Fournier. Fournier had a great game, really leading France today. This is the toughest game they've played so far. This Lithuania team is pretty good. Frank struggled a lot today. Got in foul trouble and really couldn't get in any kind of rhythm. Only played 13 minutes. Here was Sabonis taking advantage of Frank in the post. There, DeMontis had a nice game as well for Lithuania. But yeah, Lithuania was one of the toughest games so far we've seen for the French side. They had a really physical opponent that was desperate. Lithuania needed to win to stay in the tournament. And Evan Fournier really stepped up for them late. Here he is hitting that jumper early in the game, getting France off to a decent start. Frank over here, he had his struggles today. Look at that bad pass there, kind of getting stripped, not being aware. Lithuania come back down the other end. And then on defense, what was happening is he kept getting into foul trouble. Here I thought he covered pretty well, stayed in front. Valanciunas versus Gobert, that was a battle all game long. But he struggled getting through screens. Like, he did a good job, but because of it, he collected fouls. Here he was with a pass to Fournier, Evan back to Frank, and this was Frank's first shot of the game, and he missed. And I usually find when Frank misses the first shot, his game doesn't do too well. Back down the other end, Lithuania missed, but this was good to see Frank on the break, keeping his eyes up, sees Rudy Gobert cutting, nice assist. Rudy Gobert was a beast down low for them today, just defending the rim, deterring them from even shooting at times. Here's Frank again. Like I said, bad. I think he shouldn't have let this guy get past him. Oddly bad footwork from him on defense there. Should have stepped in front. And then got caught in kind of no man's land where the guy, he's at that point definitely going to foul the guy. Here's Frank trying to get around a screen soon after. I thought this was kind of a messed up call. It felt to me like Frank was just trying to get through the screen. But instead, the offensive foul was called. Frank can't believe it. He would sit soon after. Foul trouble was adding up at this point. I think it was his third foul. It was still pretty early in the game at that point. You can see Frank there pushing. Getting the foul call there. And here's Frank again. I think this was my favorite move of the game from him. Even though he couldn't convert, nice spin move, but he's got to finish that. You see how low he is as he's shooting? At 6'7", making a layup at the rim, you have to come up a lot higher than that. Frank needs to know his size and take advantage of it. I think it's one of the biggest issues with his game. Here he is in the post again, physical play. Again, this was called, so that's now his fourth foul. He only played 13 minutes tonight, wasn't able to hit a shot from the field, 2 assists. But the constant fouling kept him on the bench, out of rhythm, and playing only in spurts. There he was against a bigger man in the post, so he'd sit. But the game itself was really exciting. If you're missing basketball, please go watch FIBA. May not be the NBA level, but it's exciting nonetheless. Lithuania, you got to give a lot of props today to Jonas Valanciunas. He did a great job for them down low. Look at this big three they hit late. They were down 14 at one point and then just started coming back. You feel the desperation setting in. Look at this play here. This play was insane. Just this craziness. Fournier gets the ball, loses it, back, loses it again, gets it back. Jonas Valanciunas under the rim with the finish. He really led the team today. Had the crowd going crazy. Was completely all in. You can see how much it meant to him. A minute left now. Here's Nando De Colo for France. Remember, this is after they blew a 14-point lead. It was in the third quarter, I believe they had that lead. So Fournier, again, like I said, was great in the clutch. Here he is. ISO move, gets the bucket, puts the floater up, bounces, and just sneaks in. That point was huge. At that point, Lithuania had been on a big run, and it really felt like France were about to come back. I mean, that Lithuania were about to come back and maybe get the win, which would have left France in a really tough predicament considering they play Australia next. And we'll get into that at the end. And here we are, 76-74. Around the screen, pass in, Valanciunas misses, gets the ball back. The first foul was called on the floor, however. So he goes to the line at 76-74. He's upset here, finding out that it was not going to be an and one. That the first, was the first foul that was called. And he gets to the line, and this is probably the big controversy leading from this game. He gets to the line, makes his first. Here's his second. Tipped off the rim guy, Gobert. Now, in FIBA, you can actually hit the ball off the cylinder. That's not an illegal move. It's allowed, which is why if Mitch was playing in FIBA, I don't know what he'd be doing. But yes, that is allowed. However, what's not allowed is hitting the rim. And Nando De Colo comes right back down and hits a super clutch jumper, putting them up 3 and effectively ending the game at 15 seconds left. Huge shot there from De Colo, who's up and down. You can never know what to expect from him. Lithuania with a chance to maybe tie the game here at the end. They're driving up. France doing well not to foul. 8 seconds left. Drive. Still looking for a 3. I mean, to me, you got to get a shot up before this. They brick. And in and out there. Maybe could have fouled if it went in. France pull it off and advance to the quarterfinals where they'll be playing either the USA or Brazil most likely. So definitely another tough game for them coming. They play Australia next, and that will determine the seeding of who they're going to play. But the real controversy from this game, as I said, has got to do with that Valanciunas shot, the free throw at the end. Because Rudy Gobert clearly hits the rim. And that would have been 2 points, first of all, which completely changes the trajectory of the game at that point. So that was, the coach in the post game was really upset based on what happened. And you could see why. That pretty much ruined the game for them. And now they're out of the tournament, despite looking pretty formidable at times. So France move on. Bad game for Frank today, but really inconsistent game overall. Just not able to get in any kind of rhythm and feel comfortable out there. But they will play Australia coming up soon, so we will see that. All right, guys, take care.